An old Arab proverb says, "Man fears time, and time fears the pyramids." These impressive stone monuments have endured the ravages of time, weather, and man. The step pyramid at Saqqara, likened to the Pharaoh's stairway to the heavens, was the first major stone monument in history to express, on a grand scale, an abstract concept motivated by art and religion. It is also the oldest known of Egypt's 97 pyramids. Imhotep was the architectural genius that designed this tomb complex for his pharaoh Zoser about 2630 BCE. Imhotep launched a pyramid-building spree that was to last over 800 years, making him history's first known Renaissance man. Here at Saqqara are the earliest examples of fluted columns, arranged to suggest a bed of papyrus stalks. The purest of geometric forms, the pyramids symbolized eternity, universal order, and the power of the pharaoh. Construction on the bent pyramid at Dashur started with the sides at 54 degrees. When the walls began collapsing, the angle was changed to a shallower 43 degrees. Sneferu, learning from his bent pyramid mistake, immediately set about building the red pyramid, which is the earliest example of a true pyramid. He also pioneered the east-west alignment of Egyptian temples to match the path of the sun. Sneferu's son, King Khufu, built the Great Pyramid to be his final resting place. It is the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. Constructed about 2650 BCE, this pyramid was the world's largest man-made structure until 1889, when the Eiffel Tower was completed in Paris. The Great Pyramid at Giza near Cairo is a reflection of Old Kingdom religious fervor. The Greek historian Herodotus wrote that 100,000 men worked for 20 years on this triumph of the stonemason's art. The Great Pyramid, which is 480 feet high, with 2.3 million blocks of stone, weighing more than 2.5 tons each, was built by skilled laborers on 3-month hire. Their wages were onions, bread, and beer. These were not whipped slaves. They were craftsmen and laborers who worked on the pyramids as if their eternal lives depended on it. The ancient Egyptian nation regarded these monuments as public works of compelling importance, for if the pharaoh passed safely into eternity as a god, then the immortal status of his entire people were also guaranteed. They would continue to serve him in the next world, just as they had served him in this world. When completed, the pyramids appeared smooth and shiny, covered with a layer of white limestone paving blocks. Their size and complexity were meant to impress and to baffle tomb robbers, but in this regard they failed utterly. The treasures of the pharaohs were too rich and tempting. All the pyramid tombs were robbed and desecrated in antiquity by systematic looters. Ironically, this small ivory statuette of Khufu in the Cairo Museum is the only likeness of the great pharaoh to survive. His son, Khephren, built a slightly smaller pyramid that looks taller because it was situated on higher ground. The next in line, Menkaure, constructed the smallest of the 3 great pyramids at Giza. A misguided 9th century Muslim ruler attempted to demolish all 3 pyramids, starting with Menkaure's. He gave up 8 months later after pulling 170,000 blocks from the north face. The 3 pyramids, built by father, son, and grandson, are on the southwest axis, all identically oriented 8.5 degrees west of magnetic north. They were probably aligned precisely with the North Star.